it's Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company, and Susan Brown has done it again. She's the maker of the binding tool, which we love, and now she has come out with a new ruler, a Simple Ease bias ruler. This is for cutting bias tape. It makes it so easy. Let's take a closer look at this ruler. First, it's hinged so that you can carry it with you so you don't have a long ruler, which is really nice. This ruler will help you cut. You can see that it has 1 and 2 inch marks on it, but it is marked off at every 1/4 of an inch. So you can cut binding from 1/4 of an inch to 2.5 inches wide. I like the 2.5 inches. And if you take a 1/2 yard of fabric, you can get approximately 250 inches on it. And if it's smaller, you can get more of that. It has the blunt cut end on the point so that you can, when you cut that off, it helps you perfectly line up your binding strips with the next strip. You don't have to wonder if that little 1/4 inch is sticking off the end or not. It just lines it up perfectly. So let's make a few cuts and see how this is done. You're going to take 1/2 yard of fabric, cut exactly at 1/2, and you're going to open it out. And then we're going to lay our ruler down so that our ends match up. So you look for these to match right along the edges of your 1/2 yard of fabric, and then you're going to make that cut. And you're going to come along and you're going to cut it, and then you just scoot the ruler over and cut the next one. Make sure you trim your little points at the ends, and then you'll be able to match up your bias exactly. I have a couple of strips cut here, and let me show you how that works. This one, as you can see, has the little points cut so that we're able to cut them and put them together. And when you do that, when you lay the next strip on, you're going to lay it on like this, and you just line up those little cut points. See, you don't have to wonder if that 1/2 inch or that 1/4 of an inch is sticking over, or if it's too much or not. And so it'll come out perfectly when you sew it together because it lined up with the points. Okay, so you're just going to keep cutting bias and cutting bias until you get to the end. And what you're left with when you get to the end are these end pieces like this. So you have this little kind of triangle like this, and you'll just turn that over, and you'll just keep lining up. You'll line up just one end of it and just keep cutting. So you'll have smaller pieces, but because you just keep going along there, and it just ends up so that it fits together perfectly. So we just love this Simple Ease bias ruler. Any tool that can turn a 1/2 yard of fabric into 250 inches of bias binding is a must-have for any quilter. Thanks for watching from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.